countries, would a Mayor Mamdani welcome Benjamin Netanyahu to the city?
No. As mayor, New York City would arrest Benjamin Netanyahu. This is a city that our values are in line with international law. It's time that our actions are also.
It is clear that we do not have the independent legal authority to enforce this warrant.
Oh, that didn't quite go to plan, did it? Huh. Well, what can you do? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joseph Lane. This is the Wednesday Briefing. I am your host. Today, we just have a couple topics to talk about. I'm a little angry again. It seems to keep happening. A lot's going on. A lot of the views that I have in this one are fairly nuanced, to be honest with you guys. It's something I've been thinking about. As we saw from the intro of this video, we see the campaign promise of Zohran Mamdani, the mayor of New York, where he directly promised to his people that he would arrest Benjamin Netanyahu as a war criminal, according to the ICC. And then we see the post that he posted on his X just yesterday. We see that he knows now, suddenly, he's been given the knowledge, given the information, that he isn't able to arrest Benjamin Netanyahu. And folks, like I said, my opinion's nuanced on this, okay? My opinion is nuanced. I have there's some intricacies to the way you need to think about this. First off, I would be perfectly happy if Zohran Mamdani was the one to arrest Benjamin Netanyahu. I'd be happy. I'd say thank you. I'd be glad it happened because Benjamin Netanyahu is a war criminal. He's a despicable, disgusting creature, demon walking this earth that is encouraging, actively pursuing the death of entire populations of people. He is a merchant of death. He is a bringer of death. I truly believe Benjamin Netanyahu to be satanic. Truly, just absolutely satanic. No questions asked. However, when we look at Zohran Mamdani, there were a few voices who said it back then during his campaign, but the reality is the United States has never followed the ICC, ever. This has never been something that we did. We've made a few concessions here or there. We actually introduced the Rome Treaty to make the ICC happen, but then voted no on it, along with only 7 other countries, including Israel. But this isn't new information. Everybody knows this. We've all known that the United States does not enforce and cannot enforce individually, as individuals, cannot enforce and will not purely have refused to enforce ICC rulings, like the one that has stated that Netanyahu is a war criminal and should be arrested. We've never accepted that jurisdiction, and the reality is Zohran Mamdani knew this. He knows this. This isn't new information. That's the issue here. He used this as a way to get elected. He continued to use this talking point using strong wording, never quite saying the same thing again. But he used this strong wording. He used it to get elected. He used it to gain favor with Democrats that are not aligned with Israel. He used it to gain favor with moderates that are not in line with Israel anymore, that are losing that. And in reality, you guys need to see that this is a game. This is political theater at its finest. Everything that he's doing is perfectly in line with what the Democrats need to do to win. The Democrats have to do this to win. They have to turn against Israel. They have to make it fully clear that the Democratic Party is not the party of Benjamin Netanyahu. It's not the Republican Party. It's not the Israel Party. That's what they have to do. Mamdani knows full well he can't arrest Benjamin Netanyahu. He's known this since before he said it. This is a political talking point that's going to be used all across the Democratic Party. When in reality, they could care less. That's why I'm tired of seeing people like, we're going to jump ship to the Democratic Party. And I've even said it to you on this podcast. I've said blue wave, vote blue. I've said I agree with Nick Fuentes. I've said that. But when you really think about it, when you really sit down and wonder, you have to come to the conclusion that these people do not care. This is political theater to them. They're going to use the suffering and the death of these children, the fact that Benjamin Netanyahu is a war criminal, they're using that to flip votes. And it's going to work on some of you. It's going to work. That's what I can't get past it. This cannot be a Republican or a Democrat thing. We have to get out of the two-party mindset. We have to. There has to be a candidate that is not within a two-party system. Or if he is, he holds values that are very in the center, that are very strong still. Somebody that believes in something, whether it's party lines or not, the party lines need to be destroyed. We were promised that with Donald Trump. We were promised that the swamp would be drained. It's not. And it's not with any of these politicians. And the reason you know that is because there's no conceivable possible way in which Zohran Mamdani, a political figure, didn't know from the very beginning that before making such a massive statement, there's no way he didn't know that he couldn't do that. So what he's doing is he's using the moderates, he's using this to put pressure on the Fed and to flip votes. That's what he's doing. That's the entire reason that he's going on this massive blitz. And the next day, he tries to do another press conference and to talk about plenty of other things that he'd like to do with New York City to try and distract from the fact that he just had to backtrack one of his campaign promises. We can't allow these people to do that. Whether it's a Republican or a Democrat, these people have failed at their campaign promises for too long. Donald Trump failed. He said no new wars. We can get into that. We can get into Iran and how he posts again on Truth Social. He posts again and he says that if Iran blocks any more or shoots at any more ships in the Strait of Hormuz, then we're gonna destroy them. We're gonna wipe them off the map again. I mean, guys, the United States of America cannot beat Iran. It's that simple. There's one way that we can destroy Iran, and it's the way that the Mark Levins want. It's the way that the Benjamin Netanyahu's wants. This is the only way that we can defeat Iran truly, is a nuclear bomb. That's the only way we can do it. We're not going to do that. We're not. People talk all the time about, well, if anybody's going to do it, it's Trump, blah, 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 blah. We're not going to do it. We're going to continue to spend money. We're going to continue to fund this war. I mean, Trump's trying to sink more and more money into this war while he buys up stock in the people making the bombs, in the people making the drones. I mean, if you look at Donald Trump's, guys, the campaign promises are over. This is it. This is it. It's over. So for the people who are always Trumpers, for the people who are like, Trump can do no wrong, Trump is playing 5D chess, Trump is 20 steps ahead, it's over. The promises have been broken completely. We went to war in Iran on Israel's behalf. That's your president. And then you send, to try and save his future career, you send J.D. Vance onto Joe Rogan to laugh maniacally and say that he had no part and say that he doesn't want the war. He didn't want it. Trump did it on his own. Trump's strong still. I mean, watch the interview on Rogan. This is insanity. We are bombing the absolute hellfire out of Iran and now threatening to fire on civilian targets, civilian bridges, their power plants. And Iran, as much as you've probably heard if you watch right media or even some left media, as much as you've heard that we're destroying Iran or we're decimating Iran, they just bombed successfully and destroyed major targets in Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, and Jordan. Those are all our allies. Iran is not on the run. They're not defeated, as Trump has said how many times. This just isn't a reality that we live in. This isn't real. None of that is real. We're all accepting these lies. We need to wake up. Do something. Post about it every day. Don't quit. I mean, talk to somebody. Tell somebody else the truth. Guys, this is not a time to say, and I take back my statement, this is not a time to say, yeah, I'm going to ride the blue wave, or yeah, I'm sticking with the Republicans even though they're, I can't pick J.D. Vance or Marco Rubio. That's not this time. This is a time where we need to be searching far and wide in the United States of America to find a candidate that is truly, completely, and entirely America first. It's not Tucker Carlson. As great as Tucker is in some ways, which he is, I mean, he is great friends with J.D. Vance. He's great friends with the system. He knows how it works. He's been in it. His father was CIA. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but we need somebody outside of this normal Republican-Democrat system. It's the same thing we cried for when we got Donald Trump. It's the same thing we wanted then. We want the same thing. Our wants have not changed. And that's what MAGA, that's what the Trumpers would want you to believe. They want you to believe that we've changed. No, MAGA's still MAGA. You're just not a part of it anymore. This is nonsense. The people who have always been America first, what we've wanted, what we've agreed to, what we've said we need, that has never changed. The only thing that has slightly changed is that we kind of got a little hip, some of us, to Israel. We started to wake up on the Israel fact. We started to wake up on who Israel and who Benjamin Netanyahu really is. We started to see the facts. But even the core, some of them already knew that. Some of the people who were on the Trump train thought that he'd do differently. Why did they think that? He said he would. Zohran Mamdani says he's going to arrest Benjamin Netanyahu. Comes out yesterday, he says he can't. But the federal government can, but they won't. That's all this is. It's a political theater. It's back and forth, back and forth. Don't get sucked into it. Recognize the game. It's a game to them. Read the room. This is a game to them. Your life is a game to them. You're not even a chess piece. You're a fraction of a chess piece. Your life does not matter to these people. Zohran Mamdani does not care, no matter if he doesn't take the salary or not. Zohran Mamdani does not care whether Benjamin Netanyahu goes to jail or not. He doesn't care. Donald Trump does not care that we're in war with Iran and gas prices are still extraordinarily high. Food prices are high. Inflation is disgusting. The price of a home is higher than it's ever been. Interest rates are still high. We are so focused, not we, but the elite are so focused on how to gain more power, more money. I mean, they're installing flock cameras at massive rates. They're tracking our every movement. This is a surveillance state. This is, and Thor and I, my co-host, co-founder Thor, we're going to get into flock. We're going to talk to you about it. We're going to break it down as best we can, report a couple different stories, but it's just a small fraction of the world in front of us. They don't care that you can't afford a house. They don't care that you can't afford the rising gas prices. They don't care that you have to lower your bill at Kroger or Walmart when you're shopping. They don't care. We have to band together and find somebody who does. We have to. There has to be a solution. I'm not a doomer. I'm not saying, well, it's all over. Let's all quit. No, that's not America. That's not who we are. We didn't say that when we didn't like the I mean, we've done more over taxes on tea. That's America. Obviously, there's more nuance to the revolution than just tea, but we've done more over just tea. When we didn't like tea prices, what did we do? I mean, guys, that's America. That's what we are. That's what blood runs through our veins. Immigrants, successful immigrants, legal immigrants, these people that are fighting for a life. These people that are fighting to live here, to die here. Wars. Coming to the aid of the people around us. That's America. America is to fight. America is to prosper. America is to fight for your people. I'm talking pre-Reagan. I mean, what pre-Nixon? What a downward spiral. We have to band together. America First doesn't have to be and isn't an alt-right movement. It's not. America First is not an alt-right idea. Putting America first is not a Republican idea. It just isn't. The Republican Party is no longer in the favor of the youth. The Democratic Party is no longer in favor of the youth. We're waking up. And I refuse to choose what's less bad. I can't. I can't just say, well, the Democrats they're the lesser of two evils. That's unacceptable. That's just unacceptable. We can't be okay with that. And I know I'm just ranting, but guys, we have to wake up. We have to. We have to realize what we're doing here. From sea to shining sea. Manifest destiny. I mean, this is America, people. If we wanted to take Greenland, go take Greenland. If you want to fix Mexico, go fix Mexico. But we can't do it when our people are dying on our streets. We can't do it while young couples and young singles can't afford apartments, yet alone homes. We can't. It's unfathomable. It doesn't make any sense. I probably wouldn't say as much about the Iran situation, the Iran war. I wouldn't say as much about it if our people were prospering, if gas prices were where Trump promised they'd be. I mean, this is insanity. Wake up. If you are a Fox News watcher and you lick the feet of Benjamin Netanyahu, wake up, because that's not biblical. The state of Israel is not biblical. If that's your go-to argument, that Israel, it's the chosen nation, it's the chosen people, that's not biblical. The Bible doesn't say, yes, in 20 whatever, Benjamin Netanyahu will kill and murder innocent children, families, and the rest. The Bible doesn't say that. Newsflash. The Bible doesn't say it. And that's what's happening. Oh, they attacked. Love your enemy. Romans, if we want to talk biblically, and I know I'm ranting, but I'm just upset. I just can't. I cannot fathom the argument at this point. I don't get the argument. I reject the entire premise of the idea that Benjamin Netanyahu is allowed to be the leader of Israel and Israel is allowed to do what it's doing. Who cares if Israel exists? It's another nation. I don't care. I do not care. Does it have the right to have the Greater Israel Project and to completely murder everyone around them? No. No, they don't. The Bible does not give them that right. It doesn't. Find me a verse in the Bible that tells you that. Because if you do, you must be reading a different Bible than I am. So I reject the premise. I reject the argument. I reject it. It's not based on any type of fact. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Our support for Israel is unacceptable, just like the support for Zohran Mamdani and the Democrats is unacceptable. These people have proven time and time again they do not care about us. They don't. We have people trying. We have Thomas Massey. We have James Fishback. We have Rokana. We have a group of people that are trying, but the younger generation's fighting pretty hard. Here I am. Here we are. Here I am. Send me. Guys, we need, and the whole purpose of this video, I know it's a Wednesday briefing. I'm supposed to be briefing you, which I slightly did with the update on Mamdani. Doesn't he correct people on his name? I don't know. We won't worry about it. But we need to find somebody. We need to band together and be a family. Republicans, disgraced Republicans, you're not MAGA, those people, the people who have woken up and realized the Democratic Party is insane, like clinically insane. All of these people have to band together. We have to have a place where we can go and we can say, this is what we want. This is what we believe in. This is what we fight for. This is what we need our next leader to be modeled off of. That's what we're looking for here. We're looking for somebody that can do that for us. And in the meantime, be vocal. Tell your local leaders that this is what you need. This is what you expect out of leadership. This is what you expect out of politics. No more political theater. No more saying you're going to arrest somebody when you know good and well you're never going to be able to arrest them. You can't. You're a nobody. You're a nobody. And sure, would it be good? Would it be funny? Absolutely. Would it be good? Absolutely. Does Benjamin Netanyahu deserve it? Bar none, absolutely. But don't make promises you can't keep. You know you can't do it. Democrat, Republican, all of you, we have to come together and start putting America first. The people, our people, can't afford homes. Our people can't afford health care. Our people can't afford gas, groceries. They can't afford to live. And we need to wake up to that. That needs to be the issue. Not whether Iran actually has gas now. They have some kind of biological weapon now, magically. Thank you, Israel, for letting us know. I don't care. I don't care. When I walk down the street and I see more homeless than ever, when I see more trash than ever, when I see a crumbling infrastructure of the United States of America, I don't care about that. And I don't want my politicians to care about that until we're in a position to do something. Until we're America again. Until we're the United States of America again. And until then, Zohran Mamdani, I suggest you, go after somebody easier, okay? Arrest that stupid little raccoon Jimothy from Seattle first. Go arrest Jimothy in Seattle first, and then we can talk about you somehow finding a way to arrest Benjamin Netanyahu. Start easy. Start with Jimothy. Then we'll talk.